Hello and welcome back. My name is Abhilash and you're watching Selenium Express, and this is the video number 4 or the challenge number 4. We are developing a game in this particular series, and this game name is Guess the Word. The tech stack we're using is Java and Spring Boot, and this is going to be the real challenge for us today because we will be completing our game's logic today. Okay, so let me just tell you what we're going to be doing right now. So I will be starting my project. So I'm recording the screen, right? All right, guess the word. I have the recording. The recording is happening. Okay, cool. So right now I will go to my project. I will go to the main class that I have inside the Java folder. Guess the word application, and let's just start it. Come on, man. Let's just get started with this application, and then can I go over here? This is something that we have built in the last session. Alright, so this is what we have in our game home page. It is asking us to guess a word. It is a 6-letter word that we have to guess. We do not know what the word is. So what we have to do, we have to enter some characters here like A or B or C or something. And if the character that we are entering here, if that character is inside this word, if this word containing that character, then that word will be disclosed and one of the blank will be filled by the word that we are entering, right? So we are letting the user to guess the word, and if any characters, if he is entering, if that character is matches with any of this letter of this particular word, then we need to disclose that word and we need to populate it over here instead of a blank, right? So that is something that we will be doing. So you can take it as a challenge right now and you can proceed further, but I will come back to my logic right now and we'll see how we can solve it. What I feel, first of all, when somebody enters the word, I think we are catching it somewhere. I remember I have written that logic. If I'm entering C here and I'm doing a try, then I should be able to capture that word, which is C here. And this logic I have written inside my controller, right? So can I go to my game controller right here? And where is that logic here, right? I'm capturing the request parameter called guessed character and storing it over here inside this string. Now what I have to do, I have to write a method, okay? And in that method, whatever the character I'm capturing over here, which will be inserted by the user right over here, that character I have to capture and I have to process it further to check whether that character is present inside the randomly chosen word, which is populated over here on the screen in form of blanks, right? So I think for that, first of all, we need to capture the character, okay? So now the thing is that whatever we are entering over here, that is going through the URL to my backend, right? This is the request parameter and this is the value, okay? The parameter name and the value. I'm capturing it in form of a string over here, okay? Now, basically, it's a string we are capturing, but it is not a string. We will let the user only enter one letter. The user cannot enter something like this, okay? We should not let the user to enter something like this, right? Even though he is entering something like this or something like this, we should only consider the first character over here, okay? So how can we do that? Now, the thing is that the user is entering a character over here. We're capturing it as a string right now here. Now we have to write a method right inside the game service. Imagine the method will be something like add guess, okay, or something like this. And inside this method we have not created yet. We will be creating it, and inside this method we'll be passing a character. But we are getting a string here, right, called guess char, right? So this is the entire string. Now we have to capture the first character of that particular string. This is a string, right? how to if it is a string, how to capture this words, how to capture this letter C. Let's say if this is a string, right, how to capture the first character of this particular string. You guys know it, right? I'm talking about a method called charAt, right? So for an example, I'll show you, like, before I write any methods and before I pass this character over here inside this method, and before I develop it, let me just comment it out. So what I'm asking is, if you want to capture the first character of this string, then the way you can do it, I can do it like this. Let's say sout. Let me print the first character of the string, like guest cha, right, dot charAt. Now I will be specifying the index from what I'll be extracting the character. If it is a very big string, I want to get this character. So obviously, the string is backed by an char array behind the scene. So obviously, the index starts from 0 here. So this character is in the 0th index. So if I want to extract it, then I will be writing charAt 0, something like this, right? So now if one letter is coming like this, then this is the only character that we have. If we treat it as a string, this is in the 0th index, so I'll be fetching it, obviously. So can I print it over here? Let me just have a print line over here. Let's say char fetched from the 0th index of the captured string, or something like this, right? Let me save it, and let me just right now give a big letter over here, just to show you. I'll click on try. Let me go over here. Let me go to the console, and can I see this? You can see I have not given any space. That's why you can see I'm able to capture the word which is A right now from the first index, right? So can we just try it one more time? I think my application is restarted. Can I write A here? Can I do a try? Okay, you can see I have captured A over here. Can I give B, C, D, E, some string here? Right now, as you can see, I'm fetching the character from the 0th index, so I'll be getting B here, right? So here, if I will do a try, I'll be getting a B here, right? Now, if I will write charAt 3, okay, let's say if I'm writing charAt 3 and I'm fetching the char from the guest character, and the guest character is whatever I'll be entering over here. Let's say I'm writing a B here, then what will be the letter which will be prompted on my console? Obviously, it's very simple. I'm fetching the character 3, so 0, 1, and 2, and this is 3, right? I will be the character which will be populated on my console. Let's just see that, and it is I right now. Okay, now what about if I'll give a 2-letter or 3-letter word right now? Now what will happen? We are trying to fetch the charAt 3 right now, but the size of this word is 3. Index starts from 0, so 0, 1, and 2. There is nothing inside the 3rd index, so I think it will be resulting in an exception. And there you go. You can see it's an index 3 out of bound exception. Why we are having a index out of bound exception? Because as I said, the strings are backed by an char array. But that's not a problem. Right now we understand what we have to do. The user will always going to enter a character which will be of one letter, right? So we need to fetch it, and we need to fetch it from the index 0. Okay, so this is how we will be converting our string to a character right now, and this is something that we need to pass. Okay, we need to pass it to where? We need to pass this to the addGuess method. Okay, so we need to develop this method. Let me just close this up and remove this. We need to develop this method called addGuess, where we need to pass a character that the user is entering, right? So let's just create this method right now inside our game service class, because we have not created it. Let the IDE create this method, and this is the method that we'll be developing right now. So whatever we are inserting inside that box here, that is coming over here, right? So maybe I'm going to be saying guest character, right? And now we have to take this, we have to process it, and process it in the sense, if that character is present inside the randomly chosen word, then populate it over here inside one of this blank, right? So that's the logic that we have to write. If you want to try right now, again, go ahead and try. Before I implement this logic, I also want to take you to my slide, and I want to tell you, like, what exactly and how exactly we're going to be doing a comparison. So I think I do not have the slide over here. I have it inside this. So let me go to here, and maybe I'll be showing you the slide right now, which will give you a little bit of hint. If you want to proceed further with the logic, then also you can go ahead right now, or after seeing the slide, or maybe you can follow along the lesson. Anyhow, I'll be developing it. So let's just see the slide right now. Okay, so let me quickly get you through the same slide that you might have seen before, but this will help you to build this logic if you want to do it by yourself. Okay, so I have told you that we have a randomly chosen word. It might be anything. Let's say it's hello, and the way it should be displayed on the UI, there will be 5 blanks. Initially, it should be displayed like this on the UI. Okay. And then we will be taking a character array over here. Let's say all character of the word, which will be exactly equal to the length of the chosen word, which will be, let's say, 5. If it is hello, then the length of this particular character array will be 5. So it will goes like this. It will be having 5 indexes over here, right? 0 to 4. And initially everything will be filled with null, right? So we have already discussed this. So the step 1 will be, if we have null inside this main array, which will be our character, all character of the word array, then fill everything with the blanks if it is null. So we have the array, we have all these indexes, and everywhere in the beginning, if it is null, we'll fill it with the blank, and then we will render it and we'll populate it on the UI like this. Okay, and next time we'll let the user to enter some words, right? Let's say somebody enters O, then we have to check this O if it present inside this particular word. We will check in each letter of this particular word, and if there is a match like this, then we have a match here. Then we have to move the blank. We have to remove the blank from the 4th index, and we have to move this O to the 4th index like this. Okay, and then we have to render the word again from this array, something like this, and it will be like 4 blanks and O, right? From the hello, right now the rest of the word has not been guessed by the user, and the O has been guessed. So this is how it should be visible on the UI right now. Okay, so the next, so if somebody enters some other letters, let's say L, right? So in hello, right now, again, we're going to be having a check. If this L will be present here, 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 and here, there is a match. So right now, L will be moving to here to the 2nd character. And again, we'll have L check again, and we have another L here right now. As there is a match right now, inside the 0, 1, 2, 3 third index, again the 3rd index will be removed and the L will go to the 3rd index, right? And now there is no match between O and L. So right now it is completed. We will again render the word. It will look something like this, because this is how our array is looking like. This is the array which will be backed by our logic right now. Okay, so then another time we'll check if some other words has been entered. Let's say K. Okay, now if K is present in either of this word, and it doesn't, if there is no K present, so there is nothing to do. We will let everything as it is. So K is not there, so it's a wrong guess, right? Now let's say somebody enters H right now, and H is present over here, and as H is present, so inside the 0th index we'll insert H right now, and we will keep on checking the other letters of the word. the H is not present again. So the right now the new rendered word will be looking something like this. And finally, if somebody guessed it right now and enters E, then obviously we have a E present inside the first index. And now to the first index the E will go, and rest of the word obviously it will be ignored because there will not be any match. And the final word which will be rendered, and so on the UI it will be something like this. So this is something that we will be building right now. If you want to have a try by yourself, go ahead and do it. But right now I'll go with a step-by-step approach, and I'll be showing you everything in detail right now by coding it by myself. But if you want to have a try, feel free to go ahead. Alright, so now let's just try developing this game, and let's just try the actual logic right now. Okay, so let's say if somebody is entering A here, right, we need to capture this A right now. Okay, so anyhow we'll be capturing that A, and that A will be available over here because we are calling this method from the controller, and the controller is actually capturing the word and passing it through this method over here through a service call. Okay, which is good. Now I'll go back to my game service. So what logic I'll be writing right now? Okay, let me expand it a little bit. Okay, so now let's just try to solve it in a very simple manner. Okay, so imagine somebody has entered a character, okay, and the character is O. Okay, for an example, O, right? And what we have to do, we have to check if this O is actually present inside the randomly chosen word. So here we have the randomly chosen word. It could be anything. We are initializing somewhere inside the constructor. It could be anything from this pool. Imagine I am I have one word selected over here, and this randomly chosen word is right now assigned with this particular word called hello, for an example, right? So now what we have to do, we have to check whether this O is inside that particular randomly chosen word. Okay, so this is something that we have to do. We have to check if the guest character, okay, if the guest character, for an example, this is O, okay, present inside the randomly chosen word. What we have given the name randomly chosen word. Okay, this is a string. This could be anything. And for an example, this is hello. Okay, for an example, right? So now this is what we have to check. This is what we have to check, right? Can I minimize it a little bit, or can I zoom out a little bit? Okay, I think this is visible right now. Okay, cool. So now what we have to do, for an example, here we have to do a check. Okay, so I'll be writing a if clause. Okay, so what check will be doing? If this O, or if this guest character, okay, if this guest character is equal to, right? If this guest character O present inside the string, maybe over here in the first index, or in the second index, or in the third character, or in the fourth character, or in the fifth character, right? We have to check it. So how to extract a character from a string? I have told you. We will be using the charAt. For an example, this is a string that we have called hello. Imagine this is a randomly chosen word, and if I want to extract each of this character, then I'll be using this charAt method, and I'll be passing on the indexes, right? So I will say 0 here. For an example, right now I'm saying the charAt 0, okay, that means H, and the guest character, for an example, somebody enters O. If O is equals to H, obviously it's not, then it's false, right? So like that, again I'll check charAt 1. If E is equals to O, again this is false, right? Like that, I have to check each character of hello. For an example, right now, let's say if I'm writing 4, because I have 0, 1, 2, 3, and O is in the 4th index. Now, if the charAt 4 is equals to the guest character, let's say if this is O and this is O, right, and then this statement is right now true. If true, then I will go inside the loop, and then I have to do one thing. I have to assign this guest character right now. I have to store this guest character because the user has made a right guess. And I will be storing this guest character where? I will be storing this guest character inside that array, right? You remember we have created an array which represents all the character of the words which has been randomly chosen. So right now, if you remember, this array is right now filled with blanks. And this is something, the logic we have written over here. If the array is if the indexes are null, then fill it with a blank. That's why you are seeing all the blanks right now. Now what we will be doing, this array where we have all the blanks, we will utilize this array. And inside this array, if there is a match found, right? Let's say we are comparing the word hello, and inside the 4th index right now, okay, inside the 4th index right now, we have a match found, which is O, then inside the 4th bucket of that particular array will be assigning this guest character. Obviously, this is O, right? Now, this will be O, right? And this is how we have to continue doing it, right? So now there is a problem, right? We have hard-coded a lot of different things. So this hello, we should not hard-code it because this will not be hello all the time. It could be father, mother, sister, Java, string, blah, 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 right? So this is what we are saying, the randomly chosen word, if you remember. So a randomly chosen word, this is the word which we will be assigning it over here randomly. You can see the assignment over here inside the constructor. So what I'll be doing here, I'll be replacing hello with this randomly chosen word, okay? Now the next challenge for us is going to be the charAt. Now we have to, whatever the randomly chosen word is, we have to compare the word which has been, or the character which has been inserted by the user with each character of the randomly chosen word, like 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, whatever the length of that randomly chosen word is. Till that we have to check whether our guest character is inside that particular randomly chosen word. So we cannot hard code it. So to have a kind of counter, what I can do, I will have a for loop over here. So I'll write a for loop, okay, like this, and I'll wrap it up somewhere here, okay. And inside this for loop, I'll initialize I is equal to 0, okay, and then I will do I plus plus, right? So every time I will be incremented by 1. So it will start from 0 and then it will go 1, 2, 3, 4, and every time I will be incremented inside this for loop. So this I right now, I'll be using it over here, right? And if there is a match found, then obviously I will replace this with I, right? So whenever there is a match found, if it is 0, then also just insert that word to the 0th index. If it is 1, then insert that character to the 1st index. Like that, I'll have a counter going. But till how long? But I have to get this counter going. I cannot go for 100 time or 200 time. I have to exactly go for how many characters that we have inside this randomly chosen word. So now obviously, as I said, this randomly chosen word is a string. And obviously the string is backed by an char array, right? It's the array behind the scene. So here I'll do like whatever the randomly chosen word is. For an example, the randomly chosen word could be anything. It could be hello, for an example. Then I have to do hello.length. Like I should be, I should be having this counter going till this condition fails, right? Let's say hello.length will be how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters there in the hello. So I'll go like this, I less than equal to 5. Okay, then I'll go like charAt 0, charAt 1, charAt 2, charAt 3, charAt 4. okay, then when it will be 5, then 5 less than equal to 5 will not match, and obviously the condition fell. I'll go out of the for loop, right? So I should not hard code it. So hello will be the randomly chosen word, and I should get the length like this, okay, and there you go. I'm done with my logic, I feel, and I'm able to add my guesses, right? So things are looking good a little bit. I think I'm done with my logic. Let's just test it out. So I will save it right now and let my application reload the changes. Okay, I'm getting better, by the way. So okay, my changes has been loaded right now. Let's just test it out. So I will go over here right now. Let's say I'm writing here what? Writing here A, okay? I do not know what the word is, by the way. So can we print the word also somewhere? So because I'm not printing the word, so whatever the word which is randomly getting chosen here, oh, I'm printing it somewhere, right? Randomly chosen word. So what is that word which is randomly chosen? A string right now, okay? A string right now, okay? Say 1 2 3 4 5 6. It's a 6-letter word, okay? The word name is string, by the way, guys. We have a word called string in the pool, okay? So don't get confused. So now so if I do refresh here, okay, it is string. It's a 6-letter word. So if I put G here, then obviously there will be a match and it should go to the array, right? If I do try right now, it is not populating. I'm expecting G should be here, but it is not populating right now. Okay, can I see my array right now? How my array looks like? Okay, let me just to do that. First of all, I have to debug a little bit. So I have to put a breakpoint here, okay? Let me go to my controller. I'll be putting a breakpoint here. Let's just see how it is working right now. And I will be restarting my application in debug mode for a minute, okay? And we're into some serious logic building. It's funny. It's very simple. So now, but I'm having difficulties explaining it because it's very simple. But you guys, like, the guys who understand, they will do it in 2 minutes. But if you are not able to understand, do it in the same way, right? Your logic is not working. Let's just debug it, right? So we have a breakpoint here and we have a breakpoint here in our add guess method. Let's just go to our controller. Let's just see this endpoint, and obviously our application will be like, will be stopping. So let's just refresh it, okay? And right now we have G here, okay? So we have a guest character, like the guest character should be G here, okay? So now here we'll be passing in G. You can see this guest character will be G right now, and it should be going inside this add guess method. So let's just go into it. I'll just do step into right now, okay? I'll go into this add guess method. So let's just see the logic that we have created over here is working or not. So now this add guest character is G, as you can see it is coming, and the G is, then this is the character representation of the word G. The capital E 65, capital A is 65, then the small a is 95, small b is 96. In that form, G will be 103. Okay, that's the character representation. I think there will be some Unicode and those stuff, so we'll not go into that. So that's a different thing. So guest character is G right now. So now we need to check, right? You can see the randomly chosen word is right now Java. Okay, so this is the word that we have, and you can see this is the character array that we have right now, and we have as the randomly chosen word, you can see this is Java right now. You can see it is Java right now. So we have assigned this character array with 4 buckets, right? Because Java has 4 characters. So these are all blanks right now, and those are filled with null, right? So now we have inserted a letter G, and we will see whether this G will be contained with that word Java, right? So now first time, let's just do a step over. This is the step over, by the way. Okay, let me just drag it a little bit so that you can see also the randomly chosen word is Java and the guest character is G, right? Everything you can see over here. Let me just do a step over. Now this will be false because the guest character is G, and I think the randomly chosen word is Java. So obviously J and G doesn't match because the I is 0 right now. So charAt I will be J. It will be Java. It will be facing J from here, right? So if I'll do a step above one more time, so it doesn't went into the for loop, right? So if I'll do again step over, the condition fails again because A doesn't Java A doesn't matches with G. Then you can see it's all false right now. It is not going into the if clause right now, and it is coming out of it. So I'll just do a step over. So now it will return the game page. I'll just let it go. I'll just resume it. So now nothing happens. It's a 4-letter word. You can see we were not able to guess it. Okay, can I write right now J, because this is a valid character right now. I know the word that we have chosen is Java. Can I try it one more time? So now again right now you can see the guest character is right now J. Okay, so guest character is right now J. I'll be sending it to this method called add guest. Let's just do a step into to go into this method. Okay, let's just go into it. Now this guest character is J. As you can see, it's over here J. Now it should be a match, right? Let's just see. Let's just do a step over right now, and you can see the I is 0. So whenever we do charAt 0, okay, charAt 0 will be J, right? The guest character is J, and the randomly chosen word is Java. So J and J matches. So we should go into the if clause right now. Let's just do step over right now. We went into the if clause, and right now the character array that we have here, you can see which are all null right now. To this index right now, we will be inserting that word J over here. So all character of the word I is 0 right now, guest character is J right now, it will be inserted. Let me just do a step over, and now if you see the array right now, the array that we have here, you can see right now these three are nulls, but this is J, right? So we have successfully written our logic. So our J has been inserted, and our logic is working fine that we have done over here. Now we do not have any more J here, but the loop will be continue to check if the next character is also J, right? Because we have inserted the guest character. As you can see, this is J here, this is J, but the next character, the first index is A. So A and J doesn't have a match. So this is J, and this is A right now. If you're going to evaluate it, you can also click over here, click on this evaluate mark, do evaluate, and this is A right now. So A and J doesn't match, so it will not go into the if clause, and right now the if clause will never be executed. And if I'll do resume, the flow will continue, and I have resumed the program. But the problem is here I'm expecting J here, but it is not populating. Why is that? Because now we have to do some changes with our controller logic. So if I'll go to my controller right now, and this is where we are showing our game page. Okay, so now here we are adding the guess. Okay, so now what we will be doing, I think before I make some changes, I feel there will be a problem. Okay, now let me just stop this debugging. Let me start my application normally. Okay, I'll show you a problem, then I will fix this problem. Like, we have to make sure that this J is coming over here. The problem will be, I think whenever you'll be going to your game home page, if you do a enter, I think there will be a problem, and it will be a null pointer. See, right now we are having a null pointer exception. Why is that? This is the 500 server error. Whenever you give any character, that's fine, it's working good. But whenever you are going to the home page, you are having a problem. Now you can also do debugging. If you're new to debugging, do debugging and find it out where you are having the problem. Okay, now this is Okay, let me show you that. Maybe this will be helpful for the beginners, right? So I am having a problem right now. When I'm doing enter right now, I'm having a 500 error. But if I have a request parameter present, then my screen is working fine. So why I'm having a problem whenever I'm coming to the game home page directly without entering a guest character? Because when somebody is coming first to this page, they will not be entering any word, right? They will be entering post that, right? So now what is the problem here? If you want to find it out through the debugging, let's just see where is the problem. Put another debug point here in the line number 20, and let me stop this application and start it in debug mode. Okay, and we'll find it out where is the problem, right? So I think our application is started. Yes, it started. Now let's just do a enter. My flow will be coming to here. Now here we have a breakpoint. So our application, the program flow stops here. Now see, the guest character is null, right? Just remember that. Now let's just do a step over. Okay. Now here what we are doing, we are basically calling the toString method to get the random word that will be populated later on the screen. So now we have faced the word which will be all dashed like this, because it's the first time we are going to prompt something. So it found some random word and it has hidden everything. Now that's something we'll be sending to the through the model attribute. Okay, now things are good till now. I think here we have a null pointer exception. If you're gonna execute this line, you're gonna be having a null pointer exception. As you can see over here, there is something over here. Guest character is null, because right now nobody has entered anything for the guest character. This is the first time somebody is coming to our application, and we have made the required as false. So if somebody is not entering the guest character, that's fine. We'll be accepting it, and the string, the default is null. And now this is null. Now this guest character is null, and whenever we are doing null dot something here, null dot character add something, it is giving you a null pointer exception, and also your IDE is also prompting that. So if you're going to do a step over, I think I'll go into the exception. I'll not go to the next statement. If I'll do a step over, I went into the exception, and if I'll do resume it, I should be seeing the exception page over here. So this is how the debugging can help you, like in which line you have the problem. So you go to the game controller right now, and over here you have to make a null check, right? So how to make a null check right now? You just put it inside a normal if condition and just check if this guest character that you have, if this is not equal to null. Okay, this is not equal to null, then only you do this thing. You make a guess, right? Pass that, try to face the character at 0 from the guest character. If the character itself is not present, if it is not coming, do not do any operation. This if will be false, and it will never come to this line, and obviously it will directly go to over here, and there won't be any problem, right? So now I think we have fixed the issue. Now if I'm gonna be I think we are already I think we are on debug, right? So we should not have any problem right now. The application is running. So can I come over here, do an enter right now? It is in debug mode, so not a problem. Right now, can I quickly do step over, step over, step over? Now I can see the guest character is null, so this line will never be executed. So we will never be able to do null dot something, and our null pointer will never come, right? Let's just do step over. Now this is skipped. Now we are directly going to the return statement. Can you do a resume and come over here? And there you go. So we have the screen. Everything is looking good over here. So things are good. Now the next problem here that we have, now if we are entering something, what is this word, by the way? So can we have our cheat sheet open in the console? So what is that word we are printing? Can we say it? It's hello, right? So if I write H right now, okay, if I write H right now, let's just do a try. Okay, now it is in debug mode. Now we just want to see like why this H is not appearing over here. Okay, let's just check why it is happening. So now things are good. So here we are making the guess. So let's just come to this line straight away. Step over, step over, step over, step over. Okay, now I will go into this add guess method. We are entering H right now. So let's just go into this. So I'll just do step into, and I'll go into this method. add guess, and here it will be adding the h. We have already tested that logic. Now here it will be adding this h. Previously you can see our all characters, it was like all null, but right now h will come to this place, the first place. Let's just add it. Okay, I will just do step over right now. So where I'll do step over right here. Okay, now h has been added, so now I will just bypass this. Okay, now h has been added over here, as you can see. Now we have to populate it, right? So how we are populating this h over here? This should come over here. Let's just see what is going to happen. Let me just do a step over. Now it is going to the game home page, and if I'll do resume, h should come over here, but it is not coming. How we are basically populating this? Okay, we are populating this using this toString method, right? Using this toString method, right? So inside this toString method, what logic we have written? Here we are just checking if our indexes is not filled with any character. If it is null, then we are entering a blank. Okay, and here we are just giving a space here so that we can see the space here in between all these blanks, right? So we have only the if clause, and I'll write a else clause right now, because now if the array that we have, if it does have the character filled in, then we need to concatenate with our return string. Okay, so how we're going to be doing it? So I'll be writing RET. Okay, RET is equal to RET plus, and what is that? We are iterating this character array, all character of the word, and over here it might be something like this. As we have seen previously, it will be like this, right? Let's say right now, let's say we have h, then comma, then null, then null, then null, then null, right? Something like this, right? So HELLO, right? Now we have inserted h, and all this null right now we're doing what? We are doing something like this, right? We are inserting blanks over here. But here we have a valid character. Okay, so this logic we have to write. So this blank logic we have already written over here, right? If it is null, then we are adding a blank over here. Else, if it is not null, then we will add the character itself. I'm iterating through each character. If it is null, then do this. If there is a character present, if it is not null, then add this, right? This is good right now. So our toString method, we have included this else part right over here inside our toString method. So now I'll go back to my game controller one more time, and we'll see what is going to happen. Can I stop this for a moment? So here, let me just remove the breakpoints, and here what we'll be doing. So first time we are calling the toString method over here, and this time, obviously everything will be blank and it will be going to the screen. Okay, but whenever somebody is adding a guess, and if it is a right guess, then we are inserting another character to the array, right? Where we have all the blanks. Right now one character is also going over there. So what I will be doing right here, I will be assigning this random word string that we have again. I will be again calling the game service dot toString. If the control flow is going into the if clause, and if we are making a guess, right? If the guess is correct, there will be the toString method will be giving us it will be basically iterating that particular array one more time, and if it has a valid word, it will give us that word, and we will be assigning that to this random word. And this model attribute right now, I'll be moving down a little bit. So here I'm just calling the toString in the beginning. Okay, so if somebody comes to the website and hit it, so initially everything will be, it will return everything as blank, 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 something like this, right? And then if he is making a guess, right, and if the guess is correct, then this add guess method will add his guess to the array, and array will, then we have some logic which will give us a string back, and this will give us something like this. It might give us something like h then dash 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 dash, something like this, right? And whatever that word is, once this logic has been executed, or this logic has been executed, then I'm adding it over here with this model attribute and sending it over here. Now let's just see what is going to happen. Okay, let's just restart our application. Okay, it's just going to be a big lesson because it's going to be a very simple logic. I'm just explaining it, but that's fine. Okay, I will go to my Google Chrome right now. I'll go to the home page first of all, and this is a 336 letter word. I do not know what the word is, so let's just check the console for a cheat sheet. And what is that word? Okay, it is string right now. Okay, let's just have a guess, right? G, right? Boom. Okay, string. G is over here. S. Okay, S is going over here. Can I write T? T is going over here. R going over here. I going over here. Then N is going over here. Cool. So everything is working as expected. I hope this thing is making sense. If not, do a little bit of debugging one more time. Put some debug point over here inside the if clause. Go to the add guess method. Put some debug point over here. Put some debug point inside the toString method, and just see how that flow is happening, and just try to replicate the logic by yourself. Do it by yourself so things will be a lot clearer for you. Okay, I hope this logic is making sense right now, and we can move to the next part. Okay, so let's just go to the challenge number 5 right now, where we will implement the tries part. We should restrict the user. For an example, right now we do not have any reload feature. So maybe what I can do, I can just stop my application and start my application again, so that I'll get a new word over here to guess. Okay, so we do not have a reload game feature yet. So now let's say there is some letters here. So the users is keep on trying. Okay, so he's entering some wrong, he's making some wrong guesses. In this time, we have to limit his trials, right? Maybe for 10 times or 7 times, right? We should not let the user enter the word for 100 times. Then what is the meaning of playing a game, right? So we have to limit the access, and those things will implement in the next challenge. So this is it for now. I hope you have a great time understanding this. If yes, then do like this video. You have somewhat done a very good thing and a very good job. So I wish you guys all the best for the next challenge. If you want to try it by yourself, the reload feature and the remaining trial feature, if you want to develop by your own, do it. Otherwise, stay tuned for the next video. Do hit a like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed watching the videos of this channel. Do share my videos with your friends. Do follow me on my Insta, not on your Insta, on my Insta, and do follow me on my Facebook page. Do post your issues on my Selenium Express support group, and that's it. I'll see you guys in another video. Until then, bye bye. Take care. Happy coding, guys. I want to share you something. Okay, before I wrap up, this video is getting a little longer, but it's fine. I can talk for 1 more minute. See guys, I told you one thing. I just want to share it in the end of the video because I find this is the right time. I'm been into this thing for a long time right now, maybe for 7-8 years. I do live sessions. I meet a lot of people in daily basis. Okay, and a lot of my friends, a lot of my students, I do not want to call them my students because a lot of them are really elder than me as well. So a lot of people ask me one question. Okay, Vilas, I've been away from work, from study. I'm not practicing anything, and I feel I don't know anything, right? I'm coming after a long vacation, and I feel I know nothing. I'm going for an interview. I know nothing. I feel like it is really it's very difficult for me right now to move ahead. And how do you cope up this? What suggestion you have? And I told every time to them that I do feel the same a lot of time, and this is the time when I do feel in the same way. I'm kind of away from all of these things from 2 months, right? And whenever I'm implementing my stories, I'm fixing my defect, I feel like, am I able to do it? I don't remember anything. And the best thing that I do for myself is, I record videos, I go for live, and I do these stops for myself, right? It might help you for some reason, but I do all these things for myself. I'm also away from this for a long time, and I feel like, okay, do I remember anything? Do I know anything? So this happens with me also. I told you guys all that thing every time. We are humans. It's very easy to feel frustrated. And when you away from some time and you are back to your work, you don't remember anything, you lost touch of your studies or whatever hobbies you have, we just have to restart, right? And the best thing that you can do, sit, don't think anything, and code, right? I know maybe if you're a beginner and if you are trying for jobs or if you're trying to switch your companies, you might think you are frustrated, you are all alone. Don't worry, forget about those things. Just sit and code. The best thing that I do have for myself, I have this luxury that I have you guys, right? I have this camera to record. So for you guys, it's even more simple. Just open your laptop and code, man. That's it. Simple. All this frustration and everything will go away in 2 days. And this is how I do cope up with all these things since the time I started my job, and this works well for me. So I just want to share this with you because right now, if you're watching this video, then you're genuinely watching these videos and following these videos. So you won't be scolding me for taking your 3 or 4 minutes and giving you this short lecture. All right, see you guys in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care, and happy coding.